Hello and welcome to a very, very wet evening here at Epsom Downs Racecourse. We've come up to the track to have a little walk around and see what's going on before Ladies' Day tomorrow.
Dedication to the cause, Rich. We're
Always.
going to see how far them heels, the 6 inches, are going in as well.
That's true, yeah. The ground, well, it was officially good to soft, I think, at the moment. More likely to come up soft tomorrow, I think, with the amount of rain that's coming down. There's puddles,
look at it.
puddles everywhere. But look how beautifully, look, the track looks in absolutely fantastic condition. And yeah, can't wait. Hope my mum doesn't get too wet tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right, start with the Oaks.
We're starting with the Oaks, are we?
Yeah, let's start with the Oaks.
Start with the Oaks.
Right, that is the big race tomorrow. The Betfred Oaks. Start with you, Dawn. You can start us off.
Well, I'll start off with a little bit of each way play that people may have not realised or looked into, but there's a filly in here called Take the High Road. She's for Joseph O'Brien. Dylan Brown is up. She's 16-1 fun. Has a Delacroix form. People may not have noticed, and she won at Navan last month. I think she is value in here. If you're looking for a little bit of value, I know everybody's going to go Desert Flower. Desert Flower for me, firstly I question, will she stay? I mean, she's bloody brilliant. She really, really is. And all Team Godolphin and Saeed bin Saror, very interesting interview with him. We see he's got a very good horse as well in the Derby, but his talk about her, even though he doesn't train her, he would only excite you about her. But I'm actually going against Desert Flower. I'm going to have to stick Irish, and I'm saying Mini Hawk. And the rain has come, Rich, and what does that mean? What does a Frankel usually like? Most Frankels, they like a little bit of juice. And the juice is loose. So Mini Hawk for me, she's 10-3 in here, and Siobhan Bergen does it. Or is she 4-1? I think she's 4-1. To me, she's value here. I like a bit of value. Last year I was right with Elizia for the Great Dermot Weld, and this year it'll be Mini Hawk and Take the High Road with a little bit of each way play. Okay,
we'll start with my each way play then, and that is Revoir. Now the horse won first time out, was only second on reappearance this season, but we know that Rafe Beckett absolutely loves the Oaks. Yeah, I think at 12-1 last time I saw, I think that's a tad of value, and I think that the softening ground will help the horse as well. Now, I did back Giselle at 20s. I lost a little bit of money on Dreamy and the Shadwell horse that came out that was impressive at Newmarket.
Very impressive.
But I don't think they thought the horse will handle the track. So, and also I don't know if the horse will handle the rain either. So they probably made the right decision there. I think out of the Aidan O'Brien 3, I know I said I backed Giselle, but Whirl for me, she really impressed me at York. Went out in front and just outstayed them. And I know you need to stay really well here at Epsom. So Whirl for me. I do think Desert Flower just wins. If she stays, she wins. But at 6-4, can't be backing her.
It's a big if though, Rich, isn't it, in this?
Yeah, well, with the rain coming like this, I know Kieran Fallon, who rides her a lot at home, said that she basically can't get beat.
Another great interview. If you haven't seen it, watch
so
it.
Yeah. So if Desert Flower wins, she's obviously a superstar. But Whirl for me from the Aidan team, and a bit of each way play on Revoir. Right, other selections on the Friday for Ladies' Day. I think Diego Ventura in the first, for me, looks the standout on this card. Some of the races are really tough. They're always tough here. But yeah, that's the only one I really fancy. Stanage, a little bit of each way play on Stanage in the handicap.
Each way play. I mean, we've seen the great Calix pass away last week, and Stanage is his full brother, and Nick Bradley has now bought him from Juddmonte. He's been brilliant, and I just want to, again, not that we don't notice, but Joe Mason. Yeah. I mean, look at the winners, and she's up. And she gets on with him. She got the win out of him last year. He was such a frustrating horse, Rich.
He was just keen.
Yeah.
He was running on all weather. Just never looked like he wanted to put his head down and run. But he's got the hood on, and he ran well at York last time. So yeah, I think each way at about 12-1 as well.
12
or
8, but yeah. Joe and a hood on, you can only but love. Now, this is going to be a lazy one. Calalangdon Dangdon.
Yep.
City of Troy Joy, but he has won on soft at Longchamp. He's the Frenchie. He's in the Aga Khan colours. We know that the Derby is being held in great respect to the great His Highness the Aga Khan this year. So yeah. I know it'd be only appropriate if Migdak can't do it in the Derby that Calandagan can.
Well pronounced.
After a couple of tongue twisters.
Yep.
And Flight Plan as well.
In the second last race.
Second last race for Carl Burke. 5-1. won last time out. I think he's still well handicapped, and I really like him. I am going to jump on board with you with Diego Ventura.
Yep.
I know I've had a couple of quips in the past about what way the Watnam horses are running.
Yep.
But I really like him. Gavin Cromwell had him to begin with. Nice was the place, and he won that day, and that form was continuously franked last year and continuously franked further on.
In the Coronation, Calandigan is the one to beat for sure. Odds on now, and you know, we thought we were going to get Illinois to make it a decent race, but with unfortunately Kyprios having to retire, Illinois now looks like the choice of the Ballydoyle lot to go for the Gold Cup at Ascot. So Jan Bruegel has now taken over, his second favourite. But yeah, Calandigan, best horse in the race. But you got to me with a little bit of value. I know we haven't seen the horse since September last year, but yeah, she won the Irish Oaks, managed to walk her in that day. That was a really good day. The Brits were just doing it over in Ireland that day, and she was 4th in the Oaks last year, so she handles the track.
I think you could be onto something. She won't be getting any of my money.
No, she may need the run. You know, we haven't seen her for a long time, but I think at double figure price, she might be a decent one each way to fill the places.
And Jan Bruegel, just to go back on him, do you not think?
I don't know. I think the fact that they were going to run him in the Melbourne Cup means they must think that he wants it like a road. He wants fast ground. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll find out tomorrow.
But whose half brother is he?
Dawn Rising?
Dawn Rising, and Dawn Rising is a dual purpose dream. The only thing I'll say about Jan Bruegel is on debut this season, I was there at the Curragh. I thought he looked piggy. I thought he didn't want to know. That could be me. I could be left stunned and being told to shut up later on tomorrow evening, but I thought he looked a little bit of a difficult ride for Ryan. And if he's looking difficult for Ryan, he might be a little bit difficult. But
if he's a difficult ride, he won't get round this camber very well.
No. So to the
Frenchie, and a little bit of each way play on You Got To Me. Now, on to Saturday and the big one, the Betfred Derby. I know you're all over Delacroix. You have been for a while.
Non-stop.
Yeah, you've been outspoken on the horse.
Every second word was Delacroix.
So
Delboy.
I know you really like him. I backed Lion in Winter at 11-1 down to about 9s, thinking that Ryan would actually take the ride. I wasn't actually that disappointed with. I know he's really keen at York in the Dante, but I think he's going to come on for that. He's going to improve stones for that. I know he's got draw 19. He's got stall 19.
He's got the champ on him though.
One winner from stall 19 since stalls were introduced in 1967, and that was in 1967, which is bad. But the reason for that a lot of the time is there hasn't been that many runners. So you can't win from stall 19 if there's only 10, 11, 12 runners up to 19. So that's one of the reasons I think. I don't think it's the worst draw. It's a better draw than being drawn in 1, in my opinion. So I'm still sticking with him. He needs to improve, but look, the last 2 years, look what's happened. We've written off a horse.
Serpentine, look at that.
Yeah.
Were we
I'm
ever
just,
expecting that?
Auguste Rodin was written off after the Guineas and wins. City of Troy was written off after the Guineas and wins. Lion in Winter, written off after the Dante. Maybe wins.
I just can't have him as a horse. I've never warmed to him. I think Delacroix is the far superior horse. I think he's far more honest. You can't be putting your head in the air like that, being on a horse like that, putting their head in the air like that. It's going to be a horrible ride. And we've got Colin Keane up, right, but there's 19 in here, and he starts shaking it. Now look, Ballydoyle is going to do the best in their ability to make sure that head and that gob aren't open, but you can't have that head and gob open when you're coming around that.
He will not do that. He will not do that Saturday. If
I
he
don't
does that,
trust him. I can't have him. I love See the Stars, but he's not his dad. I just don't. I've never warmed to him. It's Delboy for me. I've said Delboy Derby for so long. Champion Trials Day at Leopardstown Ridge. It's given us 4 or 5 horses have won since, and that leads me into as well Lambourne. Yeah. Lambourne was third that day. Lambourne then went on to Chester and was still running on when he finished. He's 10-1 fun here. I think he's coming from the best stall, they're saying. I know you're saying
it's a numbers game a lot of the time. He's got the middle draw, which is obviously the best. He can go one way or the other. He can settle in behind. He can go out early. I don't know what the plans are with the way they'll run the horse, but Yeah, he's coming from 20s to 10s as well, so they, there's plenty of people thinking the same way as you.
Again, each way play, and maybe he'll do a Los Angeles like last year. And what did Los Angeles do? He then went on and won the Irish Derby. If anybody watched my 5 to follow, I said I thought Lambourn was more of an Irish Derby horse, and I will give a shout out to, and I think this horse is a massive price, Migdak. He's been supplemented for this, for His Highness the late great Aga Khan. His daughter spoke during the week, so lovely about the history, and that is so much history here. You've got Sindar on the mum's side. It's 25 years since Sindar won here, and it would just probably be a lovely homage to a man that gave so much to race. Beautiful big chestnut. Oh my God, what a horse. You'd eat him up with sugar. He's just beautiful to look at, so we're in for a treat when we see him in the parade ring. But Migdak here at each way play, he goes on good ground, he goes on soft ground. Lambourn at each way play, I might give you the tricast, but Delboy Derby, I've always believed in him, loved him last year. Form being frank tonight, I know that horse was down in grade at Jessica Harrington's that won at Leopardstown, but still went out and won. He franks the form, he turns up. I think he just hacks in. I think it goes to Delacroix. I think it's Delboy Derby.
Easy as that.
Easy. Now, can I just ask you, in the pouring rain, favourite memory of the Derby?
I don't know if I can hold the camera and do this. Pour moi! Mikel Barcelona on Pour moi. I was on the hill up there, backed him at 400 to 1 on Betfair. That's a trumpet moment. I laid some of it off all the way down. He went off 4s. I worked at Betfair at the time, and I was the one who used to move him up the market. And I kept doing that. That was just an absolutely incredible day. Still to this day, my biggest priced winner, I think, if you don't include trading. And yeah, just unbelievable scenes. And I've got some good memories of the Derby, having been here quite a lot since I was a kid. But yeah, Pour moi, wow. Yours?
Well, I've loved See the Stars for a long time. I mean, he's legendary. And if we zoom down to a little bit of the Capital Stud here, they house Authorised. And if we remember Dettori on Authorised, so that's another one. But my main one, and people will laugh at me, and anybody who knows me, they'll know what it is. It's 2 years ago. You mentioned the winner. We'll mention somebody who was 17th. The son of Frankel, Arrest. And it was just the fact that we could go on a journey. It's 0.2% chance that you'll ever get to a Derby, a Kentucky, a Dingle Derby, or even an Epsom Derby. And to just come over and see Arrest run, and it was a magic day. If it had been this weather,
yeah, I know, yeah. Who
it
knows?
would have been a different story.
knows?
But we've now seen his half little brother Detain be third. Could have won the other day, I think, had he not hung in the French. So we've got, we're getting to do another journey with Detain. But yeah, Arrest the best. He didn't need to win for it to be my best Derby.
Well, there you go. There you have it. We are here at Epsom the night before it all kicks off for Ladies' Day. If you're going, have a great time. If you're watching, enjoy it. If you're having a bet, well, you should be following DigiTips and join our tipping competition. And that's all I've got to say on the matter.
Be lucky.
Enjoy. Bye.